Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to Train Sim World 4, and we're on the PS5 today, back in America on the Antelope Valley line, and I thought we'd run this one, LA Union to Burbank, VC 107. It's about 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes, and this is going to take us from Los Angeles Union Station up to Burbank downtown. We're in the EMD F125, and if I just get things going, I am also in a Creators Club livery, which I will show you in 1 second. Let's get everything set up ready to go first, shall we? All those switches are already on. The lights are already on the correct setting. Need to put the reverse handle in, put it forward. Let's open the doors. The brakes are already passenger. We'll have the window open. It's quite a nice day. There's a telltale sign, we're in a different livery. They're red around the window. But let me show you. I love this. Look at this. I keep saying it, there's some clever people out there in Creators Club. It's nice to see in TSW4 as well that Creators Club, all the creations of Creators Club have continued. I love this, it's great. What I'll do is, if you like this livery, I'll put all the details down in the description so you can pick it up. I'd love the actual coaches themselves to be in that livery as well. Don't know if that's possible. That might be on there. I've just not seen it yet. Let's get the brakes off. All right, good. We're using the minimal HUD, of course. It is one of the more difficult sort of speedos to keep your eye on, because there is the speed right there. We're to stay 12 or under coming out of LA station, and it does accelerate quite quickly, this EMD 125, so we have to be careful that we don't go over, but we'll soon be up to 25 and we'll be on our way. The PlayStation controller is lighting up to tell me that we have a yellow signal coming up, first of all. And if you are on the PS5, you know, I hope that's a feature that you enjoy. So we are getting the bar, the light bar in the DualSense controller, telling us what the next signal colour is, which is good when you're playing in a dark room. And we're also getting the warning sounds. So if you're in Germany, PZB, if you're in the UK, AWS, the warning sounds are coming through the little speaker in the controller as well. Just as I'm talking, the DualSense light bar has changed to green. So I think that's a really handy feature. It's nice to see that they're starting, Dovetail are starting to use some of the PS5 features. I really like that. Nice little touches. We've also got some haptic feedback in the control as well, which I've got switched off. I'm not a massive fan of it, but I can see why it's in there. So you get a lot of rumbling over the track joints, for example. It's good, but I find it a little bit too much. Now, you may be able to adjust it, but it uses your battery as well. It uses a lot of battery. I mean, look at us coming out of LA right now. Look at how many junctions we've got. All that is rumbling away and using up the battery, but it's fine. It's not my thing, that's all. But this is great, look at this. Absolutely love it. And it's nice that these decals are in. I didn't know they were in. Did they come as standard, those? I presume they're not created. They're actually part of the standard decals that are existing. Anyway, our first stop is Glendale, track 1, due in at 10:05, so about 10 minutes. 9 minutes actually. And we've had a few weeks now, haven't we, to play TSW4, so I wanted to ask you guys, you know, you regular Train Sim World players, that picked up TSW4, what has been your favourite route now out of the standard routes that we got? What's your favourite? I have a feeling a lot of people are going to say the East Coast Main Line. I quite like this one though. This is nice, isn't it? And I said it before, one of the previous videos I did on this, it's a nice mix between the Peninsula Corridor and any of the you pick one, any of the freight routes that we've got, the US freight routes. Really nice mix, and you know, you go end to end on this. It's over 2 hours, and it's a really nice run. And even nicer now, there are plenty of liveries available, and there isn't just this one. There's quite a few on there, so I encourage you to take a look, as I always do with Creators Club, because you'll find something you like on there. This one, I think this one is pretty new actually, a couple of days old. I just was browsing earlier today and it immediately caught my eye with the bright orange, so I was happy to download it and give it a try. And here we are, just with a short 20-minute up to Burbank. Yeah, so it's difficult. Going back to what I was saying about your favourite route in TSW4, it's difficult, isn't it? Because we've got all our old DLCs as well. So if I had to choose out of the 3 new ones, I probably would say the East Coast Main Line, followed by this, followed by Vorarlberg. Actually, all 3 of them are really good routes. They are. They've each got something different about them, and that's probably what Dovetail were trying to achieve. But if you like your long runs, then all 3 routes actually are providing a decent run, because it'll take you on the East Coast Main Line, it'll take you, well, there are some runs of an hour and a half on there, so you know though what I'm waiting for. As I said in the video earlier in the week, hopefully you've all had a chance to catch up on that. We know that the Preston to Blackpool, well, I keep calling it Preston to Blackpool, and the reason I keep calling it Preston to Blackpool is that is the most important section for me. But actually, it's called the Blackpool branches, isn't it? Ormskirk, Preston, Blackpool, and that is the one that I'm looking forward to. Now, of course, that is a paid DLC. It's not something that you will get as free. You will need to own TSW4, of course, for it to be able to run. If you've got TSW3, then it's not available for TSW3. It is the first DLC after the main release for TSW4. But there is a lot of excitement. There's not just me that's excited for it. I was reading the forums. I can see a lot of players that have not upgraded yet to TSW4, the Ormskirk, Preston, Blackpool route that's coming out has really piqued their interest from what they can see, and I think there'll be a few players that will pick up TSW4 just so they can play the new route, and that's what I've seen on the forums. I'm basing that on what I've read on the forums, and that's really good. And don't forget, this new route it's not a DTG route, it's a Just Trains route, and they've spent 18 months developing this route, and the guys, or at least some of the guys in the development team, live in the northwest, the Blackpool, sort of Blackpool Fleetwood area, so they've got local knowledge of the route as well. So it's a real, it's going to be a real passion project. And on the 9th, Thursday the 9th, Dovetail will be doing the first preview stream over on their own channel, so go and check that out on Thursday the 9th. That'll be worth watching. But also, I think on the 12th, if I've got this right, on the 12th, Just Trains themselves will be doing their own stream over on their Twitch channel live, so that will be Tom or one of the other developers going through that in detail, so that'll be good. There'll be a chance there to really ask some questions, I think, and you'll also get some local knowledge thrown in, no doubt. And back here on this channel as well, that's what I'll be trying to do once I get my hands on it. You guys know that I know all sections of the route, apart from the Fleetwood branch, the Burnnays branch. I know all of it apart from that really quite well from living around here, but also working on the railway back in the 90s, very late 80s and 90s. I honestly can't wait for this to come out. If you want to really feel the passion of this route when it comes out, come back to this channel. I might be absolutely awestruck when I see it. I really will. But anyway, we're on the Antelope Valley today, and we got what I can't read that, you know, against the sky. How many miles is that? Is that 2.1? That's one of the things I struggle with. I cannot see, and now I can see it against the trees. 2 miles. 2 miles to Glendale. I think we've only got 2 stops. I think it's Glendale and Burbank. So we're just ticking along nicely. We've got a speed limit actually of 60. We can speed it up a little bit. Let's have a look outside. Let's have a look at this livery. So as I said, I only found it for the 125. Some decal action going on there at the back. The colour scheme's nice. I like the colour scheme. I just wish we had the full set. It'd be nice to have the full set. I will search for that. Maybe it's in development. Maybe there is a plan to bring that out. I don't know. This is the only piece of the train that I could find at the moment, so I think it goes quite well. It's fictitious, obviously. It's a TSW4 style livery with DTG all over it, but very nice. Right, we've got just over a mile, couple of minutes we're due in, so everything is good. Racking up a few points there. Nice cosy cab this, isn't it? Very high-tech looking. The driving position being high up like this is nice as well. This does remind me of the Penn Corridor locos that we've got. Especially the Baby Bullet. The Baby Bullet is one of my favourite US locos that we've got, actually. Always love driving that. It's like being in the cockpit of the Space Shuttle. If you haven't got that, that was a DLC. If you haven't got that for Penn Corridor, go and check that out, especially in the sales, once we get the next sale. I think you'll enjoy that one. Right, let's see how my braking is, because I've not played on here for a couple of weeks. Look at that mountain detail, by the way, over there. Another new feature of TSW4 that I quite enjoy. Right, we've got some speed coming off. We need to make sure we don't overdo it. We're trying to stop on the money. Let's just ease off a little bit. Coming in at 14 miles per hour. How are we doing time wise? Pretty much spot on time wise, so I'm happy with that. I mean, I'm never precious about absolutely, you know, dropping the train right on the marker. You know, it's good enough to just stop thereabouts, isn't it? I mean, we really don't want to be on this crossing that you can see just in front of me. That wouldn't be very good form at all. That's a decent stop. We got 490 points for that. Let's get the doors open. Let's have a quick look around Glendale Station while we're here. Is there anything on the front of that? I don't know whether or not when we get up there we'll see something on the front. It's quite a long train, isn't it? Nice opportunity with this one as well to take lots of good screenshots, isn't there? With the photo mode. The thumbnail that you'll see for this video, I've used a photo mode. I just ran it briefly earlier, just out of LA Union Station, just so that I could capture a screenshot. the good thing about that is you don't have to be very artistic. The tools for the new photo mode are actually quite easy to use, even for me, and I'm terrible normally at anything artistic. We'll have a bit of horn. Right, let's get that annoying bell off. If you're looking for the bell, it's just there on the desk to the left. Quite easy to find. Right, we are cleared up to 79 miles per hour here, so we will give it the beans now that we're underway. And I think we've got 4.7 miles up to Burbank, so not long. Enjoy the ride. Yeah, there was nothing on the front of that. That's strange. I thought we would see an engine there. I mean, it is in a sidings over that side, so. A cab car coming in the other way with the standard livery on the back on the 125. There is, of course, just this Metrolink livery that comes with the route. Look at the mountains, the mountains are great. Right, we're just approaching 70 miles per hour. Absolutely brilliant acceleration, this one, isn't it? He soon picks up speed. We'll keep an eye on it though, because we're at 75. Let's just ease up now, because we are on a downhill gradient, just very slightly. Let's in fact idle it just now. It's pretty mean looking at the front, isn't it? The way that the lights are done, it's almost looking at you, isn't it? Very shark-like, if that makes sense. Right, we have got just over 2 miles. The DualSense controller, even though I can't see anything in the top right, the DualSense controller is showing me a yellow light. So the yellow light is obviously beyond 1.25. Oh, there it is now. It's just appeared in the hood, top right. Because we've got a range of 1.25 miles there. I believe I heard Matt say in one of the streams that they're looking to put a setting in there so that we are able to change that from the standard. It's 1.25 miles. I forget what that is in kilometres. But if you're on one of the routes that uses kilometres, there's a set distance that you can see which equates to 1.25 miles. I'm not very good with kilometres, I must admit. So he said they're trying to put in a slider so that you can have that closer or looking at a greater distance. That'll be nice. That'll be quite a nice thing to have. One thing I have noticed, and I don't know if this is just the PlayStation, but it's a bit annoying, is every time that I go in, I have the hood like this now. I pretty much, even with the steam trains, I'm exclusively using this very minimal hood. And every time I load up TSW4, it's defaulting back to showing me the old hood down in the bottom right hand corner. So annoyingly, I have to keep changing it each time I go in. So I think that's a bug. I did see on one of the Discords that some of the other players were also having that issue, so I did mention that in the Ambassador Discord. So hopefully that was a known issue. But you can see we've got a red coming up, which is just beyond the station, I assume. So I'm going to start putting the brakes in, because we're approaching at a rate of knots. So we'll get some of this speed off and just come in nicely, I think. And this is Burbank downtown, track 2. So this is our last station stop, so don't forget, please do leave me a like and leave me some feedback on those questions I asked you about TSW4 and your favourite route. And you know, there's been a lot of feedback on the news video for the release date of the Preston Blackpool Ormskirk route, which is the 14th of November, just as a reminder. Did get some feedback from you on that, but you know, if you're excited for that, if you're pumped up for that, also drop me a comment below and just let me know. I'm going to try and get some videos on the feed ready to go for the 14th. So as soon as it gets released on the 14th, I should have something on the feed with any luck. So, you know, if you're at work or at school and you can't play it till you get back home, come and have a look at a couple of videos whilst you're waiting. Alright, let's get the doors open then. That was a nice little run. I think that's all we're doing. It certainly is. We've arrived on time. It's been great to see this livery. Don't forget to check out the livery down in the description as it pops me out of the seat. And we did alright. We got a platinum. We were caught speeding slightly. We lost 32 points for that. But that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, please do leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already. We're doing lots of trains. We do TS Classic, we do TSW. We do other train stuff as well. But we also do lots of other simulations, trucks, buses, you name it. We've got it. Take care, everybody. See you on the next one. Bye for now.